Welcome to a lesson with Dr. Powell. Let's take a look at this inequality. X plus 1 over x minus 5 is less than or equal to 0. And we're going to work with this the same way as we did last time. But we're going to use an idea. So when we divide by something, does it really change? And we think about dividing and we change it to multiplication. Do we really change whether or not it's above or below 0, the output of it, the y value? Let's see. That would mean like changing sign, positive or negative. Let's think. Well, if I have like a negative 1 divided by a 1, and I change it to multiplication, this is negative, that's negative. That was the same. What's that? That's positive 1, positive. This is positive, that's positive. That doesn't really affect anything. What about this one? Not negative, that negative. Okay, that whole thing's negative, that whole thing's negative. Really, division changing to multiplication does not change the effect of solving this inequality. We're good. We can just pretend like this division is a multiplication. It makes it so much nicer. So we just solve this inequality. Let's think about the graph here. We get -1 and 5. And behavior comes from a leading term of x squared, up, up. Get a parabola going something like this. Okay, now let's take a look at this. We want to know when the y values of this are less than the y values of this. Y values of 0, and you want less. Oh, it looks like it's just right here, right? So it's going from -1 to 5. But we also want to treat the case when it's equal to 0. So let's think about that. Well, when we're looking at an equality, we actually go back to the original because we have to think we're dividing and we got to be careful with that. So we think, okay, so we're going to check the endpoints right here to see if we should put a bracket or parenthesis. We put a bracket if it's equal to 0, put a parenthesis if it's not. So, okay, well, let's look at this endpoint, -1. We plug it in, -1, we get 0 on the top and -6 on the bottom. Hey, that's equal to 0. Let's include it. What about 5? We plug it in, we get 6 over 0. Oops, that's not defined. We don't include it. That's the only nuance we have to be careful about with this. We go back to check the endpoints to see if we use brackets or parentheses. But other than that, it's the exact same. Thanks for watching.